Alright, good morning everybody. I'm just finishing up my pre-takeoff checklist here. See, transponder is in, heading bug. We'll go ahead and set that for runway heading for a little bit. 177. I'll close the doors when we get over to the line, and strobes and stuff are on. So mission today is, I'm just trying to reset my night currency, so I need to do 3 takeoffs and landings. I'll do stop and goes, and I'll do short, the regular first takeoff will be a normal takeoff. After that I'll do short field takeoffs just for peace of mind of my own. So 6,000 foot runway, so I got plenty of room. I'm going to do 2 here, and then I'm going to go to the east over to Arlington, do my last one, and get gas, and then come back. At that time might be daytime, so we'll go text the wife, tell her we're leaving. I'm up early. Get warm up in here. Saturdays are my day to sleep in, but not today apparently. That vent open. Here we go. I'll go ahead and turn the fuel pump on. That is good. Nobody coming. Spinks traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike taking 18 right for right close traffic, Spinks. I don't have a lot of gas. I've got 18 gallons. I got plenty to do what I'm doing. I got 9 on each side. So since I'm doing right traffic, I want to be on the left tank. Since I'll be making right turns, I want that left wing up. Then whenever I get to Arlington, it'll be the exact opposite. Left traffic, so I'll switch tanks. All right, here we go. Got 18 right on the runway SE. Let's get to the left just a little bit more, because on the center line here. Airspeed's live. Nice smooth takeoff. And that was like perfect rotation. Felt good. Back to the left a little bit. There's 900 feet. Tower's looking good. Alright, let's go ahead and turn crosswind here. Spinks traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, turning right crosswind for 18 right, Spinks. There's our pattern altitude, so we'll level off. Spinks traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning right downwind for 18 right, stop and go, Spinks. A little bit of a south wind, at least that's what it is on the ground, 1904 knots, but up here at 1,800 feet, bro, I got 210 at 18, so we're actually booking it. That is in fact accurate, because our ground speed is quick. 108, my airspeed's 85. First notch of flaps. Bro, like I am getting pushed towards the downwind area, towards the runway, and I don't want to do that just yet, so let's... I'm gonna give myself a little bit extra long final so I can get squared back around here. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning right base 18 right, stop and go, Sphinx. Alright, there we go. We recovered. We're high, so let's that last notch flaps. Oh, there's a nice little bump. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is final 18 right, stop and go, Sphinx. I'm also trying out a different camera view too, so we'll see how that looks on the edit. I don't really do much editing, I just publish, really, perfectly honest. I don't know how those guys have time for all that kind of shit. But again, I'm not trying to monetize. I just try to put content out there. Happy coming in. Looking good. Looking good. If we were instruments, would be coming out of the clouds right now. With the runway right in front of us here. All right. Wait. Hold on. Go ahead and stop. Not slamming on the brakes. Maximum Delta. We just passed the 1,000 footers, so I've got looks like about 4,500 feet to go, so that is plenty. Because there's 500 foot marks right here in front of us at this taxiway. All right, short takeoff. So fuel pump is on. I'll leave the flaps at 25 degrees where they are. Here we go. Airspeed's alive. Still looking good. We're off the ground. Positive rate. First notch. Continuing that positive rate. Last notch. Flaps are up. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike on the go for 18 right and upwind. Sphinx. All right, we're going to do one more here. And then we're going to go over to Arlington to get some gas. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning right crosswind for 18 right, Sphinx. Getting in over to Arlington might be a little more tricky than normal because the tower's still closed and there is a TFR literally at the approach end. It is impossible to land on 16 without busting that TFR. So as soon as we are established going over there, I'm going to call approach. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning right downwind for 18 right, stop and go, Sphinx. And to kind of compensate for what the wind was doing us for before. Looks like the wind actually picked up out here. Nose down trim, that is helping us here. They're definitely crabbing away from the airport, but we got to. Airspeed's 88. Ground speed's 108. All right, first notch of flaps. Go ahead and start a descent here. We're still getting blown around better than what I would like, or more than what I would like, but we'll be all right. I'll just do the same thing. A little bit of an extra long, it's not even the right word, but yeah, really is fine. I haven't been up all that long yet, guys. Give me a break just a little bit. Not tired, just not awake yet. If that doesn't make sense. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning right base for 18 right, stop and go, Sphinx. And to maintain your night currency to fly with passengers, you must do 3 takeoffs and landings, and they must be to a full stop. A simple touch and go is not good enough. It's good enough for daytime currency, but not for nighttime. There's our flaps 2. Again, I'll do the same thing. I'll do another short field takeoff. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning right, turning final 18 right for stop and go, Sphinx. Almost said right final. Don't want to be that guy. Airspeed's looking good. We're a little high, so let's pull a little bit of power out. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Low, so we'll pitch down. Power to maintain. Glide path is in. And after this, we're just gonna climb straight out for a little bit. Normal, farther than what we normally would. We're just going to climb out till we get to 2,500 feet. I'll switch fuel tanks at that point, and we'll make our way. We'll call approach. Make our way towards Arlington. Everything here still looking good. Still looking good. All right, runways assured, power to idle. That was actually really good. I'm actually happy with both of those. All right, pretty much at the same spot. So again, about 4,500 feet. Okay, fuel pump is still on, mixture is still good. Flaps are still flaps 2, so that is good for a short field takeoff. All right, guys. And Sphinx traffic, check 253 Whiskey Mike is departing 18 right, Sphinx. Airspeed's alive. It is looking good. Rotate, we are off the ground, positive rate, first notch. Still positive rate, first notch. All right. And we're just going to depart the area to the south. And then come back into Arlington. From the south, and the reason I'm doing that is so I got time to make contact with approach and all those guys. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is upwind 18 right, departing the area to the south. Final call, Sphinx. Oh boy, here we go. All right, there's 1,500 feet, so keep this climb going. Normally I'll go ahead and turn fuel pump off at this point, but I'm just going to leave it on because I'm about to switch fuel tanks. little bit in. All right. Go ahead and set this one up. The way I had my GPS is I had GPS 1 to go to Arlington, and I had GPS 2 just to do, stay right here. Here's coming up on 2,500 feet. We're actually going to maintain. Let's go ahead and switch fuel tanks real quick. We'll continue that climb up just a little bit more, under that fuel pressure just to make sure before we roll to the right. Excuse me, roll to the left, bringing the right wing up where I am now feeding fuel. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, here we go. And we'll go ahead and 2862, so departure is in. Arlington CTAF is now in. Alright, let's call up approach and see what we can do about this TF. Maybe we'll make sure that's active. I don't see any times listed for it. It just is there. So let's see what they say.
American 3136 approach. Thanks. Stand by for the runway. American 6 Heavy, descend to maintain 3000. Field to be 12 to 1 o'clock, 12 miles. Advise once you have it in sight. American 6 Heavy is cleared for the visual approach. Runway 18 right, speed 170 or greater until Netty.
Alright, where's he going?
American 2776, will be traffic off your 1 o'clock, 2 miles eastbound, indicates 2100.
Approach, good morning, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, approximately 2.5 miles southeast of Spinks. I just got a question. Like, I want to make a full stop at Arlington. I just want to make sure I'm good to go through that TFR if it's active on the approach end of 16.
All right, see you there once. I heard American 656 on the check-in at a 12,200. You can plan 18 right. 253 Whiskey Mike, heard you checking in as well. There's nothing active over by Arlington and towers closed. You can resume our navigation VFR.
Okay, resume nav, VFR 3 Whiskey Mike. Appreciate that. So he doesn't give a shit, so I don't care either. Arlington traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, approximately 11 miles to the southwest. I'll be coming in and making a left downwind for a 16 Arlington. Grab the weather really quick. I'll go ahead and turn the fuel pump off for a minute.
900. Arlington Municipal Airport, Arlington, Texas. Automated weather observation 1031 Zulu. Wind 150 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 26 Celsius. Dew point 22 Celsius. Altimeter 3002. Remarks. Density altitude 1,900.
3002, 002, perfect. Alrighty. Yeah. See if we can beat this sunrise and get this done in the dark. Let's see, pattern at Arlington is 1,600 feet. So we're just going to cross over midfield and just join a left downwind. That's one of the alternate method, if you will. One method is to cross over 500 feet above, fly out for 2 miles, start your descent, and then make a right turn. People refer to it as a teardrop, but you're not really teardropping in because you're farther away. Teardrops are really IFR, and it's really just for holds. So that's really not what we're doing. We are going to cross over midfield at pattern altitude of 1630, so roughly it's 1,000 feet. Go ahead and set up a visual 16 of 8. This will be our third night landing. .5:30 in the morning, so the sun is still well down. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and turn our fuel pump on and run our pre-landing checklist here. We don't really, descent, not much of a checklist there. Carb heat we don't need. Status we got, altimeter set. Brake pedal test is on. I've left the landing light on the whole time. Autopilot has not been on. I've been hand flying. Seatbelts are on. Mixture is set for mass power. Carb heat we don't need. Fuel pump is back on. And we're already on the fuel tank, proper fuel tank. The airport is slightly off to our left here. If that is the beacon for that airport, it is like... Okay, I guess the lights are... facade was like the airport environment really aren't. So like I see a beacon. I'm starting to see runway lights. Okay, so we're good. There's the threshold. I see the green threshold markers. This TFR is not active. Class D ahead, buddy. I'm already. I mean, I'm in class golf right now. Like, but I mean, it would be echo, I guess, technically, because I'm at 2,500 feet still. But the class Delta's closed. Like another hour and a half. Arlington traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is coming over midfield, over the field, and be entering a left downwind for 16, Arlington. Oh, got my pattern bug, altitude bug here for 1600. That's what we're. And over here the winds are 150, so again, they'll be pushing, oddly enough, pushing me towards the fucking runway again. So I need to account for that. Do a little up trim here. This turn. Arlington traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning left downwind for 16, full stop, Arlington. This is the alternate method. I really only do this if there's like literally nobody here. All right, Here's our touchdown point, so let's go ahead and do flaps 1. I don't know if I've ever landed here at night. Well, I've landed here at night, but I don't know if I've ever landed here this early in the morning. Go ahead and make a turn here. Arlington traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning left, base 16, full stop, Arlington. And if the TFR was active, which the approach guy said it is not, I would be coming into it right about now. Do a little nose down, we're booking it with flaps 2. And Arlington traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is turning final 16, full stop, Arlington. See these giant white flashers here? Those are REILs, runway identifier lights. Really good if you're coming out of the clouds. High, and we're a little fast. Do a little nose up trim. A little bit. Speed is now good. All right, runway's made. Start that flare. We'll just towards the end of the runway. That was actually my worst of the 3. I feel like that one was just a little harder. Probably could have made that taxiway. But we'll go to Charlie here. Actually, Delta looked like it's back there. Open this. Open this. All right, guys. Welcome to Arlington. Thanks for coming with me on my night resets. We'll see you on the next one. Arlington traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is clear of 16 at Delta going to the southeast fuel pumps, Arlington.